On May 3rd, over 2.2 million students sat down for the NEET exam. For these aspiring doctors, this single afternoon represented the culmination of years of study and a defining moment for their future careers. The mathematical reality is brutal. This funnel shows how 2.2 million candidates are squeezed into a tiny bottleneck of just over 100,000 available medical seats. To manage this competition, the National Testing Agency, or NTA, deployed a massive security perimeter. They used GPS-tracked transport vans, biometric checkpoints at every center, 5G signal jammers, and unique watermarks on every booklet. This infrastructure was presented to the Indian public as an impenetrable, high-tech fortress designed to ensure total exam integrity. Because the competition for seats is so extreme, the absolute security of the system is the only thing preventing a total loss of public confidence in India's medical admissions. But just days after millions of students completed the exam, the NTA abruptly canceled the entire NEET 2026 cycle. A basic, low-resolution PDF file bypassed the NTA's multi-million-dollar security infrastructure. The leak originated on May 1st, 2 full days before the exam. It surfaced through a local PG hostel operator in Sikar, Rajasthan, a city known as a major coaching hub. This guess paper moved through standard WhatsApp forwards and Telegram channels, with brokers selling copies for up to 5 lakh rupees each. High-tech jammers and GPS trackers became irrelevant because the criminals targeted the analog human elements of the chain before the papers ever reached the digital checkpoints. The raked guess paper was a calculated piece of evidence. It contained exactly 140 of the 180 questions found on the actual exam. The syndicate provided the full biology and chemistry sections, but scrubbed the physics section entirely from the document. This omission was deliberate. A perfect 720/720 score triggers the NTA's anomaly detection systems. By targeting a score high enough to guarantee a seat, but low enough to stay under the audit threshold, the syndicate engineered a way to stay invisible. This tactical precision was a response to the 2024 scandal, where a clumsy cluster of perfect scores at specific centers immediately exposed the cheating network. These criminal networks are actively reverse engineering the NTA's own audit parameters to ensure their operation remains a sustainable enterprise. The operation spanned multiple states, from a mastermind named Manish in Jaipur to solver gangs in Bihar, who charged 60 lakh rupees to send proxy test takers to exams in luxury cars. The Special Operations Group and local police moved quickly, arresting decentralized brokers across the country as physical evidence began to surface. Despite this evidence, the NTA's initial public reaction was a total denial of any breach, dismissing the reports as fake news. The agency only admitted defeat and canceled the exam after the volume of physical evidence recovered by state police became impossible to ignore. The NTA prioritized its institutional reputation, even as law enforcement was uncovering a nationwide cheating economy. The 2026 collapse follows a multi-year pattern of failure, including the 2024 Grace Mark scandal and the excessively difficult 2025 exam. After previous scandals, the Supreme Court mandated the Radhakrishnan Committee to modernize the system and prevent future leaks. The committee's central recommendation was to abandon the single-day paper exam and shift to secure, multi-shift computer-based testing, similar to the JEE. The NTA ignored this blueprint, claiming that the logistics of testing 2.2 million students digitally were too difficult to manage. By choosing administrative convenience over security, the agency continues to rely on an obsolete exam model that has proven impossible to keep secure. The current analog system relies on physical printing, physical transit, and physical storage. This creates thousands of decentralized, corruptible touchpoints that syndicates can easily exploit. This failure affects more than just the 2.2 million students. It paralyzes a microeconomy of 10 million people, including families, coaching centers, and local vendors who rely on a stable testing cycle. While the government has introduced new laws threatening prison time for leaks, these regulations have little effect against the multi-million rupee financial incentives of the black market. Until the NTA dismantles its antiquated paper pipeline and adopts a secure digital infrastructure, the futures of India's medical students will remain a commodity sold in a telegram.